Alright, morning everybody. Jason, Hollis Farms. Pretty cold this morning. Got the heat fired up in the shop. It wasn't wanting that right for a minute, but I believe she's gonna go now. Gonna run up here to the barn and grab the 16 Dodge. And we're finna start doing a little tuning on it if I got the right tools here. I'm not sure if I got everything I need, but we're gonna get started anyway. Alright y'all, first thing I'm gonna do is work on this Dr. Pepper and this little honey bun. Pete, where you at? Pete? Where did Pete go? Pete? Oh, there you are. What's up, man? You ain't been in here in a while. Alright, so here's what we got. Most of my tools, electric tools and battery tools, are in the race car trailer. It's over at Brad's. I still got my big DeWalt grinder over here. When Rick over at Squared Up built this box, the bed and the box and all, I wasn't planning on taking this dog box off, so we pretty much built it into the bed. This piece that goes over here, I didn't even realize it till I got to looking at it. It's all, let me see. Yeah, that's all one piece over. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna get it off. I'm gonna end up having to, it's got several welds across there. I'm gonna grind them off. This is turned into here. I'm gonna cut that off if I got a cutoff wheel or something can do that. I don't have a lot of tools to do stuff like this. I think what I'm gonna probably do for now to get the camper home is try to cut this straight across there and leave that and possibly get Rick to help me fix it to where I can take this box on and off somehow or another. But I'm gonna try to do it as neat as I can if I don't get aggravated like I might sometimes. Oh, just trying to think what I want to do. What do I want to do? As narrow as that thing sits in here, I could almost end up with a box there. And I may do that. Once we get it in there, we'll know. But I need to get it off before I go back up there and get the camera. And one other thing that some folks may not know, this is all aluminum. Oh, I had never fooled with hardly any aluminum like this, you know, besides on a race car. Pop riveted and stuff, so I'm not sure how this stuff grinds and all. I've never fooled with it much, but we're fixing to take this big DeWalt and see how it does. Let's see how she gonna do. Make neat as possible when I get done. It's gonna be a chore, I guarantee you that. The cold in here, it is eating my batteries up on that camera this morning. Get in some of these corners. Boy, and I know it's welded deep too. Alright y'all, so I just about got everything loose. Oh, it's still a little attached here on the bottom. I gotta work on that. My grinder's just about too big. I need a cutoff wheel and just ain't got everything I need this morning. We're gonna make it work. But what I decided to do, since this is a piece of tubing that's attached to the headache rack, it's not gonna look the best, but I'll get Rick to help me clean it up later. I'm just gonna notch it right here Pop me a line across there to be an inch or so. That's probably 1.5 inch tubing. Be 1.5 inches back, which that'll be fine for what we're gonna do. We'll clean this up later. I like the dog box on here, but one thing that happens, you keep hay in here and it gets wet just because of the way we had to make the dog box. A lot of rain and stuff goes in there. So in the end, for winter time, what we doing with Rose and Pete or Dodge, hauling them to the woods, deer hunting and all, the dog box in the back is better anyway. So when I do that, if we're hunting out of this and we got the dog box back here, we still got all kind of room. I may get him to extend this rail back in here. I don't know. We'll just see how that works out. But that's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to notch her right here, pop me a line, and cut it on across. All right, got her notched. Let's see if I got any chalk in my chalk box. I ain't used this thing since I some in there. If I can get it to hang in here. I got it about notched too much. I ain't used this thing since I was roofing. That's been a long time ago. Oh yeah. Yes. Got us a good line to go by now. Let's see how this works. Let y'all know I did have some hog action last night, but not just too much, and I didn't drop it. I'm gonna try to get this project done, and I want to get back down there and rebait the traps. I just knew I wanted to do this today. We've been trapping so much, I hadn't had time to catch up on some of this stuff. So, but really wasn't but one that got under there, and he'll be back. We're gonna try to get done with this project and go rebait it here in just a little while. Let's see how this is gonna work. Once I get through this tubing. Different, man. I'm gonna tell you, I may have to put me a new wheel on there for this. All right, I put me a cutoff wheel on the grinder. I ain't got but a couple of them, but I bet it eats them up before I get across it, but I'm gonna try it. Stay on the line. is holding you. Baby's welded on both sides, ain't it? Huh. Oh, this aluminum old dust gets everywhere. I'd be getting close. Let's see. The glasses is done got covered. Dust. Yeah, close. Close, close. Door off. Alright, y'all. I'm pretty sure I am. Yep. I am loose right there. I'm gonna go back with this cutoff blade where I was grinding on the bottom and clean that up just a little bit and try to get it cut all the way through, and I think she'll come off. Alright, she's coming off. Still connected just a little bit in a place or two. I'll kind of wiggle it a little bit, see if it's break loose. About to break loose. Figure out where it's still hooked. It's going to be a little rough in there, but not too bad. Alright, it broke loose right there, man. Got her done. That really done a heck of a job on that thing. I hate to be cutting on it, but things change. Things change. She'll fit on there good now. Alright, y'all, I got her off. I ended up pretty straight across here. The only place I got a little whacked up was where I had to crawl in the box. I mean, Rick had this thing, like I said, this was one piece that come up, he had it bent and over. I mean, it was solid as a rock. And I may get him to neaten it up a little bit probably, because I probably won't put it back on, put the dog box on now. I'll probably get him to add my rail here, because it just makes a lot more bed space. And like I said, a lot of times it's hard to haul dogs in here because I ended up, all their hay and whatnot would get wet. But it served its purpose for a while, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may do something a little different. I may come in here with an eye bolt or something to keep, because I like to keep a gas can and stuff like that, and they about won't slide off. I may put me an eye bolt here with a bungee cord or a little piece of chain or something just to just to do something a little different. But I'm gonna take this grinder and put a grinder wheel back on and clean it up just a little bit. We're gonna be ready now. All right, I'm gonna put me a grinder wheel back on. This thing is wet and froze. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit with the grinder and make it not look so bad till I about fell off this bed 3 times. Pretty bad when they get to slinging. Don't clean up pretty good. Might have to get Rick to kind of spot spray it when he's spraying something else. Alright y'all, I'm glad we got that little project done. Me and Pete's loaded up now. I'm gonna run on to Tractor Supply while I got it on my mind and see if I can find me some ratchet straps to I want to use ratchet straps to tie the camper down versus turnbuckles, I think, if I can find the right ones. But anyway, I wanted to address an issue real quick. It seems like just about every other comment I get on the hog trapping videos is about a winch. That's one reason I'm glad Tim went with me a few times, and I asked him, I said, Tim, what do you think about a winch? And he just shook his head. I mean, these hogs, yeah, you could use a winch, but then you're gonna have to handle and this and that much more. I'm telling you, it's just nasty down there. I'm not minding y'all commenting about the winch. I'm glad y'all care about my back and all that. But the best thing we found, and Tim's gonna make me another, he's working on making at some point, some type of hook. He's brought that hay hook and used it a time or two. It seems to work the best. But right now, I mean, it's just best to tie something around them and drag them. I mean, they're sucked in that mud. If I was to use a winch in and out with all this mud, it gets so nasty. It'd be something else to tear up, something else to work on. So you just kind of got to man up and drag them out. I'm not complaining about it. Yeah, I get a little sore sometimes, but that's just part of it. I just don't think the winch would work. And if you use the winch on the Ranger, you're going to get it just caked up with mud, have to unhook the trailer, turn around, and when I go in there, I'm wanting to get it done and get out. So that's why I'm not using a winch. Something to drag them with. I've tied the dog lead around their neck and around their legs. That works pretty good. The worst part is just not being able to get a hold of them. So Tim's going to end up making some kind of nice hook to do that, but I'm not going to fool with a winch because it's just be too slow. Be there all day. I'd like to get in there and get out. Just wanted to address that a little bit. Not mad about the comments. I know everybody, you know, thinks the winch would be better, but until you kind of do it and all, and I'm not worried about weighing them. I'm just wanting to get in there and get out because I always got something else I want to do. So just wanted to address that a little bit today. Let's go to Tractor Supply. Alright, here's what I got. I got me a 6-pack of these ratchet straps. I think they'll work out perfect. Strap that thing on the 16 Dodge on the flatbed. They're rated for 1,000 pounds and 3,000 pound braking strength. I think it'll work fine. I think it'll at least get us home for sure. Alright, I stopped by the store and got me and Pete a few little hot wings. Things are pretty good. I like the plain ones. I don't like the ones with all that sauce on them. That little store had them little plain ones. A little spicy to them, whatever, but they don't have all the sauce and mess on them. But they were good anyway. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna run down to Mississippi and rebait the hog traps and swap the batteries out just while I'm in there and do that. Like I said, I had one came through last night. Still haven't, since me and Tim moved the trap a few feet. I mean, it ain't 15 feet probably. Them hogs are coming, it was 4 or 5 last night, come into the old hole where they were. It's so much nasty corn and whatnot in there. Not as much corn, just, I don't know. But anyway, it just stinks. And I guess that's what them hogs like. But eventually they'll come over to the other spot. But that's what we're doing. We hit it down. Alright, y'all, man, Pete's loaded up with a couple of tons of corn, 2 batteries. Need to go freshen the traps up and change the batteries. I wouldn't have to change the batteries every time, but if I'm going all the way in there, I'm gonna do it. Especially with it being this cold. But I bet you we catch a pig tonight. Y'all, we got both of them, fresh batteries, fresh corn. We should catch a pig tonight if everything goes right. Alright, y'all, so I was actually planning on staying down here a little while, doing some scouting, looking around, something. But anyway, I told y'all the other day I was planning on swapping back on dog food. I had been trying this sports mix. It's 2618, I believe what it is, 26% fat. No, it's 2018, whatever it is. 26% fat, 18 protein, whatever. Maybe it's the other way around, protein and fat, whatever. Oh, I have not been liking it. My dog started losing weight, and I've tried to swap before, and it really wasn't due to money. It was the cost of it. It was due to kind of a convenience issue. But anyway, I have tried it before and it didn't work, so I called Scruggs up there at Tupelo, Mississippi. That's where I was getting the black gold from before, and ordered some this morning before I went to Tractor Supply, and expected it in a couple of days. But anyway, they called a while ago and said they're on the way with it. So I got to hustle on back and unload dog food. The thing about the sports mix, I got them to gaining weight back, but I was feeding so doggone much, and it's just messy. And with this black gold, I can feed them less, and they're fuller, and they just look a lot better. I know they run good on that black gold too, but the kennels are not near as hard to clean up because they don't make such a mess. So it's kind of like anything else. If you eat too much, they just make a mess. So, and every time I feed that sport mix, it just acts like they're starving to death. Like none of it, none of it sticks to them. But this black gold, they don't. I mean, of course they eat, but they don't seem quite as starving. I mean, I have been feeding some of these twice as much as the black gold. So in the end, this sports mix was costing me more to keep my dogs in shape. So I'm excited about swapping back because I think their coats will look better and just be better. A lot easier for me to fool with because I ain't got to clean as much mess up. And I would clean it up if I thought they was healthier like that, but I don't think they are. So we are hurrying on back. Big taking him a snoozer. Alright, I was going to mention something to y'all before I forget. It's happened for a few days now. There's a spot where when I'm looking at reading the comments and commenting back to y'all, I didn't realize it till I talked to Tim. He had it happen before. There's a spot that says held for review. For some reason, a lot of these comments are going over there, and I have to go over there and approve them and bring them back and then comment. So y'all know I read them all and comment all of them. Maybe short comments, but I do. But anyway, if for some reason I skip somebody, that's why. I think it'll work on out where it won't happen anymore. But I just wanted to mention to y'all, if I happen to miss one, it's not on purpose. Alright, y'all, had to make a little room in the barn. Got my dog food in. I went ahead and ordered 2 tons. I know that's a lot, but it really saves me on the shipping. I can get 2 for the price of 1 shipping. But this is black gold. I'm not going to unwrap it right now. It's 26.18, just like my sports mix was. Don't have a clue why, but some of my dogs I'm having to feed twice, like I said. What it was, just making a mess. So I'm going to swap back to this black gold, and I believe in time it'll be just like it was. I really like it. In the summertime, won't order quite as much, but right now, I got a couple people that get this dog food from me, so we go through it pretty regular. We go through it regular enough where it doesn't run, but finna make a little more room in the barn, put this in the barn. All right, y'all, had a pretty good day today. I'm about to call it a day. I'm about tired, cold tired. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.